what do I got underneath the hood of this car? What do I got? VR6, 5-cylinder, what do we got? Meow. All right, guys, so you know where we're at. There's no way I was gonna pull this trans at home. They pulled the subframe out over there. They got the exhaust off, the drive shaft, and I got jack stands at the house. I mean, that's good enough for B5 stuff, but I don't think it's gonna cut it for the RS3, us with jack stands at the
silver
house.
cars always on jack stands.
Oh! So we're at IROZ Motorsport. They are pulling the trans. We'll get some time-lapse footage for you guys so you can see what that looks like. I had a small boo-boo coming off the trailer. I don't have it filmed. I don't have it video recorded, but it caught the front end of U-Haul. U-Haul, you did me dirty, U-Haul. Caught the front of the bumper, and it ripped the corner out, and it damaged the inside of this bumper. So this tab is like no more. So this plastic tab that would slide in and then bolt in from the back is gone, and then scraped a little bit on the bottom here. You know, that's totally our fault because we usually place wood planks in the front, and I didn't. And I guess it sunk lower and went underneath the lip. And I'll show you a picture of the lip so you can see what I'm talking about. And it just caught on. And as we were pulling off, it just ripped the front bumper off. Luckily, it didn't do too much damage. We're gonna have to fix it when we get back. But long story short, we're here. We're gonna pull the trans. We're gonna see if it's the clutches. You know, mechatronic unit looked good from everything that we were able to test. But you know, these guys are gonna be able to take a look at it and really find out what's going on. Motor's healthy, you know, but you know, for a year of drag racing, this ain't bad. You know, we've been beating on this car for over a year. Before trans software even existed, we went big turbo kit with Hank and his team, and I was frying these clutches for a long time, and then we finally got custom code to send out transmission software, and that helped kind of revitalize everything. But you know, long story short, I'm not surprised that we're here. And at this stage, I just thought we'd be here a lot sooner in terms of clutches frying, like let's say 7 months ago, but I think they've been slipping for a little bit. Anyway, we're gonna get to the time-lapse, guys. AJ, you wanna tell these people who you are, what you do?
Well, I'm Jesus, one of the techs here at IROZ Motorsports. Just yank the engines out pretty much, and anything Hank wants.
And we're not pulling the motor out today, we're just pulling the trans, right?
Oh no, we're pulling everything. It makes it easier.
Let me ask you something. For the transmission, for someone to do this on jack stands, how good of a time do you think it would have been?
Oh, you would have a blast if you did this.
Now, what kind of car you drive, man? Tell everyone about yourself.
I drive a Mark 6 Golf R sitting out there. Might as well be on jack stand.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, it's a Volkswagen thing, but what can you do?
All right, man, I'll leave you be. But we're gonna be, well, I say we. It's definitely not we. It's definitely him. They're gonna be dropping the trans and taking a look at the clutches. So far, the motor looks good. No smoke or anything like that. So you know, she was running fine. Just would get those trans errors. And I'll share the codes in the comments below or in the description below to show you guys what we were seeing and what led us to come here. And then also I'll link the last video if you haven't seen it. I know it's been about 10 days, but when we pulled the mechatronic unit and we were testing that as well and kind of checking it out. Anyway, guys, let's get to this time lapse. Wish me luck. Hopefully it's not too crazy and we'll get this girl up and running. How many $1,000s this transmission cost new? So far, one of the little stand pipes on the inside of the transmission, we found two, well, not me, that's Big J over here, he found it, 2 busted O-rings on standpipe, and that's just one of the ones that he's pulled, so he's looking at the rest of them now.
Yeah, these
I can definitely close that.
Look at that. Wow. And these are the ones that Staff put in, so.
I didn't put it in.
You put these in. What happened with these O-rings? Did you Dollar General to get these O-rings?
There's a chance that I put it in because it worked.
Over here.
No, I'll look wherever I want. I'll look wherever I want. The camera goes where I want it to go, right?
Guys, here, hold this.
What causes this though to go bad?
Pressure. probably, because we're running the upgraded clutch pressures for the stock trans. We're gonna see if they have any spare ones and replace. They're checking out the clutch discs now, and then we'll find out whether or not if they have another stock set or may pony up and do the upgrades. So we'll see. Stock clutches have done us good so far. I won't lie to you guys. I really want to just do another set of stock clutches, especially if that's the reason why we lost clutch pressure and it won't adapt and we're having issues. Those little O-rings, I'd really like to throw them back in and then go back out there and tear it up a little bit more, but we'll see. So let's dig into it and let's see what's going on. What do you think?
What do I think? You need to learn how to drive an automatic. That's all I'm saying.
Thanks. Douchebag. All right, do me a favor, Ramiz. For those of us in the States that don't know, explain to us who you are, what you do, what brought you here, and what you got planned for the future.
So I'm Ramiz from South Africa. We own IROZ Motorsport, and we are the official IROZ dealers and custom code dealers in South Africa. And yeah, that's basically it. We tune cars and we make the fastest 5 cylinders in South Africa currently.
And what's your car currently making, and how fast have you gone in South Africa?
So currently I've got the IMS 850 on my car. It's run a best time of 9.7 and 235 kilometers an hour. And yeah, so far we're the first into the 9s. And hopefully we'll take it from there and get faster.
Also, you're going to be the first in the 8s also, tell them.
Hopefully, we will try and get to first to 8s, but that's currently the plan.
And what brought you here to the States for this week or the last couple of weeks? I mean, you've been playing around in Vegas for the last 10 days.
So yeah, so we decided to come down to to Vegas to basically, meet everybody, put a face to all the voices and messages, and just learn a bit more. We never get enough of learning, and then obviously to meet the Malakas. So here we go.
Well, the pleasure is good to meet you too. Keep an eye out for the future too. With our throttle body inlet kit going to be released. Ramiz is going to be one of our
the only one in South Africa. The man
running
the myth,
our billet inlet
legend.
and then lower pipe silicone / pipe kit. So we're really excited to get Ramiz and his customers out there going faster and really making more power. And Ramiz, just want to say thanks for coming out. It was really great to meet you. We've been kind of chatting and swapping pictures, nothing too crazy or naughty, but pictures on WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger and whatnot. And it's good to finally meet someone that's on the team and just to get to know someone more. And then again, you're looking at the fastest 5-cylinder owner now in South Africa, pushing the TTRS. And if you haven't seen it, we'll post a picture up now and then a link to both his Facebook and Instagram for you guys to check him out. Now, if you're in South Africa, make sure you give Ramiz a call here and you tell him you're part of the FETA fam, and maybe he'll throw some olives on that 5-cylinder for you, make it go a little bit faster.
Some salad dressing as well.
All right, Ramiz, thank you, and have a good flight.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. So guys, we're gonna be throwing another brand new set of these
OEM clutches.
Yeah. Well, no, you can't. I mean, these obviously can't show these, but look how toasted these are. And then again, this is just, it's not surprising, to be honest with you, surprised that it lasted as long as it did. This is over a year of drag racing with the car and beating the crap out of it. But it takes their toll. They get warped, they get heated, and then those O-rings, which I'll show again in a screenshot real quick, those O-rings popped, and those don't allow pressure to be distributed evenly in the transmission, so the transmission tries to compensate, and when it doesn't, it shoots air. So I won't lie to you, I'm actually kind of happy that it's just the standpipes, technically the O-rings, but we took a look at the clutch basket. Well, not me. See that man over there? That looks like a strange homeless man wandering around in the shop. That's Jeff Lofquist, and I love you too, Jeff. And he's the one who tore apart the clutch pack, and he's like, hey, come over here, you want to see some barbecue real quick? And that's exactly what he showed us, was all these torn up discs. And again, these are spacers, friction plates, whatever you want to call them, on the inside of the basket. And for example, that's kind of like a stock basket that goes on the inside. So we're gonna go with a new clutch, new stock clutches, which luckily these guys have. They don't have any aftermarket clutches, and they're still in development with a lot of them in terms of what they have in stock. So I don't know, I'm just happy. A big relief. I don't want to shoot myself in the foot and say everything's back.
How do you prevent this in the future? Like, you have to learn how to drive automatic?
So what we're going to have to do to prevent this, on a serious note, is there's an adaptation feature on the VACOM for the RS3, which kind of resets them. So every drag event we should be doing it. There might have been a couple runs and races. I know Hank was doing his with aftermarket clutches like every run. Even with the stock set, I think we should start doing it a lot more often. So we're going to put a new basket in, brand new OEM from Audi. Luckily, it's not that expensive. I think they're like $700 or $800 for a basket, which is not bad if you're thinking about clutches that can hold a decent amount of power. But I really want to go back, and I want to get the stock block, stock trans, stock clutch record. Really excited about that. A lot of you guys may throw in aftermarket clutches. Well, they have them, but they're still, you know, in development. They're still tearing them up, and I don't want to go through this again. You know, it's at least not right now. It's a very expensive venture, you know, to pay a shop to pull the motor and pull the trans and do all that other jazz. So for right now, guys, we're going to be throwing in another stock clutch basket, and then we're going to be throwing it back in with the new O-rings on the standpipes, and then they'll put it back here. They pulled the motor. Here, let me just stop talking. So it's easier to pull the motor and trans together. So that's where the basket sits. Anyway, so a bit of a relief, but again, we wouldn't have been able to do this at home on jack stands. We wouldn't have been able to do this properly. You know, the B5, A4, the S4, pulling the motor, pulling the trans. It's so much more easy and simple as compared to tearing apart a transverse RS3 TTRS motor setup. So I'm happy we were able to come over here and get it done. Now we'll just, they replaced the O-rings, which again I'll show you again in a screenshot. They'll put the new clutch basket in, and then we'll see if everything holds together and if everything electronically works, because before we was shooting a ton of errors. So fairly confident that everything looks good. You know, they found extreme warpage. I mean, you know, things were out a bit, and you guys can see just tapping on one of those plates and how far they were off and warped. So it happens. This is the price of drag racing a brand new car. But I won't lie to you, I'm really surprised of how well everything's hold up. You know, the car's performed exceptionally well for the circumstances that we always keep putting the car in. So, you know, 9.8 at 151, which by the way, no one with a stock block has hit that. I'm really, really excited. And I think the warping and slipping clutches kind of contributed to that, and the reason why the motor didn't pop. So now that we're putting a new stock clutch basket in and refreshed, hopefully everything still holds together. I'd eventually like to build the motor. I want to do bottom end, top end, maybe upgrade to the 1000 kit. Right now I'm running the IMS 850, and then go for like a low 9-second pass too. So we'll see. There's a price for all that stuff. But right now, we're really, really happy. Again, you know, consumable items like this, they're not just going to be replacing the disc. The entire clutch basket's going to be replaced with another OEM piece. So this stuff is now junk, toasted and warped. Lesson learned: adapt your clutches, adapt your transmission, and you won't probably have to go through what I'm going through. But again, just an update for everyone. We're going to continue with this. We have more time-lapse footage for you guys, and hopefully we get this car back up and running, get up and running, and then making some noise, and hopefully everything's happy transmission-wise. All right, let's keep going with this time-lapse.
Damn, look at that throttle body in it. The original throttle body, that's dyno tested, dyno proven, with Baby J putting it together.
Yeah.
I have a question. Listen, George is not here.
What's up?
Do you even like George, honestly?
He's cool, man.
He's cool, man?
He's nice.
Well, I got a 20 that says he's a bad person, so what do you say?
Shit. I don't know about 20. I'm
50?
pretty familiar with Mr. Jackson.
I'm pretty familiar with Mr. Abraham Lincoln.
You know, I haven't actually met Mr. Benjamin, though. Mr.
And
Frank.
you're not going to meet him either, too.
All right, so Jesus in the back putting in the motor and trans. Again, it's easier to get to the trans with the motor out already, so they pulled both out. Want to go over something that we normally haven't covered in our videos before. You have seen some testing for it, but this is our new lower silicone, larger bore pipe for our throttle body inlet. So the cool thing about this is that this is gonna have a large bore lower pipe for our throttle body inlet, and then large bore silicone coupler kit that's gonna come standard on our inlet kit when we release
the original
next
throttle body inlet that's been dyno tested and proven in multiple states.
Shots fired. Styles gonna put that on now with Jesus. We're gonna throw that on the car. But again, we wanted to not wrap this up, but just kind of give you guys an update where the car is at. So new stock clutches are in. We replaced, I'm sorry guys, they replaced the O-rings around the standpipes. Again, I'll show you another picture on it for those of you guys that didn't check it out before. We'll put it in. Hopefully everything aligns electronically. Hopefully it runs, and hopefully we have no more issues. But finding those O-ring rips is a huge relief, knowing that, okay, the clutches weren't getting the right amount of pressure, and I continued to drive the car at Omega Motorsports. I don't know if you guys saw, that's anti-lag from the other room, but I don't know if you guys seen the videos from our racing at Omega Motorsports where I continued to drive the car even though I knew the clutches were slipping. So, that's on me. Anyway, guys, back to Jesus doing his little assembly thing over there in the engine bay. And then we're gonna go over there and check it out, see what they have on the dyno, see if we can get some dyno footage. And then hopefully we're driving this car within the next hour or two and seeing if it moves. Let's see what happens. What do we have here? TTRS, hairdresser mobile, just kidding, just kidding. I was not ready for that. What the fuck, Hank? I was looking at stuff. What the hell was that? I'm gonna try to cover my ears again. What the hell? Need to get one of our inlets on here.
Stage 2.
Is it manual? It was a manual cars, right? Jesus. 850 car?
Yeah.
So IMS 850 on a Gen 2.
Kill mode.
Oh, hey, here's a little throwback. Yeah. Here's our first prototype for our inlet. Stav, come over here. This is our first prototype that me and Stavro made. We had it machined at a local machine shop in LA. And then we didn't do anything like smooth passing, so Stavro polished it real quick. And this is what we were using. And then we didn't even complete it the first round. Check this out. We had the top welded on because it was just a prototype and we were kind of messing around. But I mean, look as a prototype, look how smooth that is. Look how large the bore is. Look how even that transition is. And we made this out of our home garage on our home desktop on CAD, and then 3D printing like 30 revisions in terms of fitment. So we worked on 3D printed PLA inlets now for a while, and then we made this.
But even the first try, it fit like a glove.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then here's our prototype lower pipe. You know what? I wish we had the other one, the one with the silicone coupler, to show the size difference. But this was almost like stock size, which the competition offers, obviously. And this fits the stock coupler, but you know, ours is much larger, coming with a silicone coupler lower kit. So anyway, guys, it's kind of cool seeing this stuff and be taking it back. So this way we can kind of mount everything up and put it on our wall of all the prototypes that we were messing with. But you know, we launched this in the next 5 to 6 weeks. It's going to be available for every RS3 TTRS owner, and it's our first part that we've designed on our own. And I hate to say we, you know, Stav did so much work on the computer, so it's really all just on him. But to be part of this process is pretty cool, and to see people flow it, make power, have fun, and to offer it affordably, which again, pricing will be released once we launch in the next few weeks. Anyway, just a little FYI for everyone. This is pretty cool. It's our first prototype. So what you doing, bud? Test fitting?
Yeah, locking it up. So So then everything's just a plug and play. You don't have to mess with it.
Lines and everything?
Not this one, but usually lines.
Nice.
Yeah.
Give us a little background on, you know, what your name is, who you are, and what you do.
I'm Josh. I'm kind of just a shop hand here. Anything and everything. You just ask me to do it, and I'll do it. I do everything, you know. Everything.
All right, man.
It's crazy.
All right, keep doing your thing. I won't bother you.
Hey, can you get them to weld on one more cylinder?
Oh yeah.
Make it a VR6?
Yeah, right.
They're machining some parts that we can stamp our name on and pretend that we make it. You know, Sav, I was thinking about it. You know, he's got a little CNC machine there. Maybe you can make us some parts and then we could just stamp our name on it.
Well, SolidWorks though, but I can just switch it from IROZ to Malaka Motorsports.
No, what I'm trying to say is that maybe we should just stamp our name on it, pretend we made it, and we paid an engineer to do it.
Hey, as long as he has a master's degree, it's okay. You know what I mean?
So they got the motor in, trans in. And we'll see if she fires, and we'll see if hopefully the trans is happy now. What's the name of the wizard from Harry Potter?
That's me.
No, I'm just saying, like, just in case.
That's me.
Dumbledore?
Whoa, wow.
You shall not shift. He has not gotten off this thing in 7 hours.
That's not even true. I do use it a lot.
Uh-huh. Hey, how do you drive the RS3 with that thing? Two silvers in one place.
By the stairs.
Oh, here we go. What the fuck is he doing? Here we go. Yeah, but you weigh like 40 pounds, man. That's not fair. You barely put any pressure on that goddamn thing. All right, so motor and trans in, new clutches, stock clutches, went with the new pack. What else? And those O-rings got replaced. Car's running, so they're gonna go through everything, make sure everything checks out. And as long as the transmission seems electronically happy, I think we're gonna be good to go. Then I don't know if there's any braking procedure with the stock clutches. I'll get with Hank on that and see what he says. But I'll take it easy for the first couple of weeks and then we'll keep it forward, keep going. Little snap, crackle, and pops. What the hell is that? Get rid of that crap. No. Oh yeah. All right, guys. So we'll get some more driving footage as the week progresses. We're gonna load her up on the trailer since it's already really late. Try to get back to California. So far it's pretty good. The clutch adapted with VACCOM, so luckily everything checked. And now it's just breaking in the new clutches. Again, stock clutches for those of you guys that are asked. Supplied by
come on, stop lying to the public. Your car doesn't run. We have to load it on the trailer again.
So yeah, I'm just happy she's back together. And again, I didn't want to take on this task stuff. We didn't want to do it on jack stands and mess something up. And took these guys like a good portion of the day to pull the trans, pull the motor, do it all at once, check the you know, clutches and whatnot. Then looking inside the transmission and find those standpipes that were leaking with the torn O-rings. So just FYI, guys, we'll get some more footage of the RS3. I got to break this in for the next week. We'll get some more driving footage. We have the AWE track edition now on there, so I got rid of the switch path. I went to a full track, so we'll get you some more sounds on that. In fact, maybe we'll get a couple revs. Hey, Stavro, do me a favor. Can you give me a couple revs real quick? Been letting her warm up. Fucking Nick's been revving his fucking car there for a little bit. And my signals work. So it's good. Alright guys, so anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for following us doing this little miniature journey. Again, you know, a lesson to be learned on this, only take on what you're comfortable with, and we just weren't comfortable pulling that trans on our own. So this is where you take a little bit of humble pie and you said, you know what, I got to take it to the people that have been doing this like every day and know what to do. So happy that the car's back together. We'll see how she does for the next week or two, and we'll get back to racing soon with the RS3 and then soon with the B5s as soon as they're finished up and making some more power. Anyway guys, I'm George.
Stav.
This is Malaka Motorsports. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.